Pins be pinning. Pins will always pin.
And we ain't talking Michael Penix.
That's gonna be interesting.
I
Oh
agree.
snap! I guess we live.
Atlanta is be on some stuff, but we are live. We live. We back. We back. Booyaka, booyaka,
Yep.
booyaka.
What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all?
I had to remix the sound effects for this one.
Hey. Yep. I'm Austin.
Hey, and it's your boy Mike.
Chill, man. What you sipping on, good sir?
Hey man, hey man, hey man. This is a good shout out. I'm gonna do a double shout out for this one because two of my good friends, you may know them because we both went to school with them. Two of my good friends from the Big I, from Independence High School. Um, as far as streaming nicknames, it is Bates Motel 6 and the Blackbeard Slim. Uh, got your boy, the Tropical Beer Hug. I know you see a bear on it. Let me get it in the shot. Let me get it in the shot. I know y'all see. I went out of space. I
Wait,
know
what is
y'all
that?
see a bear on it. Tropical Beer Hug from Goose Island. I'm telling you, man. For this to be a stronger beer, I actually cannot tell that it's a stronger beer. Really, really good, and it does deliver definitely on the tropical flavor. Pinky up for extra flavor. 9%. I would not tell that that's 9%. It is a pretty strong beer. But I done spoke about too much about what I'm sipping on. What you over there sipping on, man?
Wait, you said they went to the eye
Yeah. Uh, real names are Sean and Sierra.
with our class?
2003, I believe.
Word. Okay, I got it. Oh, I got okay. Huh. Cool. All right.
That's
Um. Yeah, I just got straight
the
tequila.
world. Well,
Just
you got what in tequila?
I just got straight tequila. That's
Like,
it.
why you remind me of the meme of that one dude after the party, man, just sitting there munching. The camera scroll over, say, "Hey, what you eating on? Straight bread, homie.
Trying to save his life.
Nothing in between.
He's trying to save his life.
Straight bread."
Yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into it real quick, real quick, real quick.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Start from the
sir.
soccer stuff, man. So, um, this past weekend I was at the soccer tournament where the winner gets $1 million, women's and men's teams, 7-on-7 soccer tournament. It was pretty cool. Um, some old, not old, I'll say older greats were there. Aguero, Nani, Huddlestone.
Mhm.
The U.S. women's team had a squad there. So when I say women's team, that means they either are about to play for the women's team, not on the team yet, younger, or they are retired, much older. It's not the team that you see on TV. Now, there's some former players like I seen Carly Lloyd and Ali Kruger. They were out
Mhm.
there. Um, and it's weird. I thought Allie was a little taller. It was more taller than I thought she was, but she's not. But anyway. But yeah, so they won. They the Wrexham women were there. Dortmund had a team, Inter had a team, Bayern Munich. So I mean, it was pretty fun. I think there was 86 total teams between men and
Damn.
women.
Okay.
So women's had a bracket, men had a bracket, and Chris Paul is
Yeah.
a part owner or a co-founder
Chris
of the
Paul.
soccer tournament. And like Grant Williams popped up on Sunday. Pat McAfee had a team. Yo, he had a crazy assist.
Look, your list of celebrities slash
Yo,
athletes right now. I'm just waiting
yes.
for you to be like Stone Cold Steve Austin had a team.
Ocho Cinco was playing.
I remember you saying that. I mean, yeah.
That it's I was I
And
was
JJ
like,
Watt or something like that, right?
yep, J Watt was out there. But
Yeah.
I think he's a part owner of Burnley, maybe.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was
Nice.
trying to find it right quick.
I was
Uh
legit waiting for you to be like, yes, Stone Cold Steve Austin had a team. Wayne
Fam,
Gretzky had a team.
you never know, man. It was a lot of teams out there. Um
The Undertaker was out there coaching.
so I'm, I'm about to show you Pat McAfee's assist. how do I do this? There we go. Share screen. There we go. Pat McAfee's here. So I'll play that one more time for y'all.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Oh,
I
oh,
recognize that
there we go.
haircut. That is straight up Pat McAfee.
Yep. So like there's like a walkout zone, right? Like where the players
Yeah,
walk out and they go to different fields. So there's seven fields there. And we were right by the walkout zone. So Pat McAfee walked right beside of us and fist bumping people before we go into the field. I think they made it to the quarterfinals. So
there we go.
yeah, 7-on-7, man. That pass was nice.
Soccer fields are too big, or else I was gonna say, man, they should just run it like daggone Mario Strikers, daggone 4-on-4.
Yeah, it's 7-on-7. But if you see in my background, they basically cut the field in half. So if you ever played adult rec league or YMCA league, you'll play on a field like that, 7-on-7.
Yeah,
So
gotcha.
yep, lots of fun. I'm definitely going again, and it was hot. More soccer news. Euros start tomorrow. Germany plays Scotland in an opening match, and then the Copa America starts Thursday, July 20th. So y'all be on the lookout for that. No, I'm sorry, Thursday, June 20th. I'll definitely be at the game in Charlotte on July 13th, and I'm trying to go
Mhm.
to the game on July 10th. But I need to look at these tickets real quick. 'Cause I got some things to pay for, so I don't know.
Very important things.
Important things.
Hmm
I ain't running
hmm
things. I ain't running things.
Was it from Black
Um,
Dynamite? Running things.
um, yeah, that's really it for soccer, man. Real Madrid won the Champions League. I think we talked about that before. And about to
Yeah,
get
1-2-0.
yep,
Yeah, 1-2-0. Yep.
yep, 2-0. A lot of changes right now. I know Juventus got a new coach. Brighton got a new coach. Liverpool's still looking for their coach. Looks like company's about to be buying his new coach. There's a lot of changes right now. And trying to figure out what's going to happen in the transfer market. It looked like Weston McKennie and another piece may go to West Ham for Douglas Luiz for Juventus. But I hate to see that Chiesa is probably going to leave. So
Mm,
yeah, but we'll see. It's only June. We got to about August. So
yeah.
yeah, we can move on to the U.S. Women's Olympic team real quick. Caitlin Clark, man, how you feel about that, man?
Hey, man. So, uh, uh,
Shit.
ee, 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 ee.
Or you want me to start? 'Cause-
Here you go. Look, low key is one of those like, oh, I'm trying to think of like the game or even the X-Men comic book series. The X-Men game that was on Sega Genesis,
Mhm.
and I think it was the second one, where essentially Professor Xavier and Magneto had to set differences aside, and it was just like, no. Look, we got some stuff to handle. Like we'll set this rivalry aside, but as far as the Olympic teams, one of those we represent the same country. We got to score to seven. Let's go ahead and take care of business. That's one of the first things that made me think about. There you go. Uh-oh.
Who, me?
No, I'm saying it's one of the first things that made me think about, but now I saw your face, so I was just like, uh-oh, look like you're
Oh,
pondering
nah,
something.
nah, nah, nah. Go ahead. I have a full soliloquy with this joint, yo.
Oh, no. That's one of the things that made me think about. Was just like, just get it done. Like you play for the Olympic team. Just men's wise, it's the same of Christian Leitner being on Team USA in my head.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't think so.
Uh-oh. Okay. Let me take a sip. Let's go ahead from your side, my good sir.
So I thought about that and I was like, nah. So okay, Caitlin Clark not being on the team, right?
Hmm.
Do you think she earned a spot?
No.
Okay. I think that's the question people need to ask. Because then if the answer is no, what are we talking about? Number two, Sabrina Ionescu has the least amount of experience on that WNBA. Okay, on the Olympic roster
Mm-hmm.
with 5 years of experience, which means she's seen a Olympic pass her. Boop. Sabrina can ball.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on that roster can ball out. Dana Taurasi, she's 42. She's still balling.
At 42, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, she's 42 and balling, yo. So I'm thinking like, I don't think it's Christian Leitner because one, the women's team. Okay, so Christian Leitner on the Dream Team, right? They knew they were going to win it.
Oh, also,
Christian Le
hold on. Did Caitlin make the team?
No. Mm-mm.
Let me take back my comment then, but then go
Yeah,
ahead.
so that's why everybody's kind of that's why people are like mad about stuff, and I'm like, do y'all even watch the sport? Because also too
Right.
in the WNBA, right? So I mean, you know how this shit works. She was drafted 5, 6 weeks later, first game.
Hmm.
The tournament starts in what, like a month and a half after you start your first game in the WNBA.
Right.
After we've been seeing you getting ripped left and right, which is going to happen because you're a rookie. You are a rookie, but she has been getting
Not,
ripped.
not only
And
her being not only her being a rookie, we saw her in the Final Four just getting frustrated and ripped left and right.
yes, yes. Mhm. And then and the thing I hate is when people are like, oh yeah, but what about marketing? Who are you marketing? It's Olympics. Ain't nothing to market. What about jersey sales? What are you talking about? It's the Olympics. What do you talk?
Jersey
It's
sales happens within the sport, not within the Olympics.
this.
Correct.
No, this is not. I'm like, I'm something like, yo, why? These people get paid to say this. Yeah, but if you want to market the game, market what game? Let's be real. If Caitlin Clark is the reason why you start watching WNBA, you may have bigger issues than you think. Like,
Correct.
I'm saying, like, there's been plenty of people that were bought that have been and still are. Kelsey Plum was Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark
Just
with
before Caitlin
handles.
Clark,
With
Asia
handles.
Wilson, Asia Wilson, first ever WNBA player with 6 back-to-back games with a 2010.
I've seen her play live. She be balling. But let's just Andrew Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu. Who else we going by the line? Kelsey Plum. Um, there's so many people.
Then there's
Uh,
Tarazi.
yeah, yeah. Sue Bird. Like just going like the list, like the generations and stuff, whatever. I'm like, you could throw Candace Parker in there too. So what are we doing? And if you really want to go all the way back, Lisa Leslie. If you want to go back before that, Cheryl Swoops, Dawn
Cheryl
Staley.
Swoop.
What you want to, what I'm saying? The comments, that team
Um,
does not exist anymore, but they were running the WNBA when the league started. So I'm like,
did Reggie Miller's sister become big,
no,
or was that
nah, I don't think she ever played. No, she played for the women's national
okay?
team, but I think the WNBA started. A little known history fact.
After
I was a part of the opening ceremony for the first Charlotte Sting game ever.
mm,
I was one of the kids that took the ball or that brought the ball to one of the uh players. So just a history fact. You know what I'm saying? Whoop, whoop.
sip on that.
Oh yeah. This is really smooth. Hmm. Um, it wasn't at first. Maybe I killed something. Anyway. But yeah, man, so you know, um it's a lot of stuff going on, man. It's a lot of stuff and there's nothing.
So now that
Because
I know she
people
didn't, now that I know she didn't make the team, now I got to fully change my comment. and say, so what?
And the thing is, like, if the person with the least amount of experience in WNBA has 5 years of experience,
Yes.
that means to tell that's showing you, okay, this team has been working together for at least 4 years, Joe. At
Yeah.
least four. Well, how come she wasn't invited? Okay, let's say Caitlin Clark was there, right? Would it what let's see.
So
Caitlin Clark's
to
what?
fill y'all
Caitlin
in,
Go ahead.
I was going to say to fill y'all in America. While you were bringing that up, to fill y'all in, why I said the Christian Laettner comment, I was unaware that Caitlin Clark did not make the team. But I mean, it's still one. It still makes sense that she didn't. But to fill y'all in about the Christian Laettner comment, Christian Laettner was a rookie and made it on the Team USA somehow. I believe that was just a Coach K decision, wasn't it?
I think it was just so for the next generation. That's
Yeah,
what you. But the thing is, like, when in '92 when they went to Barcelona with the Dream Team, they knew they were winning every game by
yeah,
50.
like they
So it's
weren't
like
even.
so yeah. So we everybody knew, cool. You're gonna come in when the game doesn't matter no more, just so you can get something right.
Yeah,
That's not what these women are doing right now.
yeah.
It's two different. It's
So,
two
so that's
different
why I'm
mindsets.
taking. That's why I'm taking my comment back, America.
Yeah, that's
Because
all I said.
again,
Listen,
I
look,
was unaware that Caitlin Clark didn't even make it. So
yeah. So I was like, that's why I was like, and then also too. Let
yeah,
me I'm trying to find like the roster breakdown. Um,
I
which is
saw a few names, but I haven't seen a full roster breakdown. So
mm,
look at me out here being unaware.
man, it's all good, man. I've been having these conversations with too many people, and I'm like, just stop, just stop. And the thing is, like, I think Caitlin Clark is like, hey, man, can y'all just stop? Like,
To also piggyback on your point, yes, if y'all are trying one, why are y'all trying to market anything when it comes to the Olympics? But two, if y'all are trying to market off of a rookie,
all right, boom. I'm gonna do this right quick, man. Brittany Griner's on here.
okay,
Andrew Wilson's on here, right? But okay, so let's say Caitlin Clark's a guard, right? She a guard. I can't find the actual break. Okay, would you put today? Would you put her over Kelsey Plum,
absolutely not.
Brianna Stewart,
Also, absolutely not.
Sabrina Ionescu?
Nope.
I just named three people. I'm not. I didn't even list the rest of the players. Out of those three people, she's four. That's without naming the other
It's that.
players.
It's that.
No, no, no. I'm saying like, so let's say Caitlin Clark is on there, right? Out of those four guards, because I think
Right.
Brianna Stewart is a guard forward type person. Um, that's tall wing.
Mm-hmm.
No, no. Chelsea
Let me see.
Gray.
Because I think,
Chelsea
okay, I'm
Gray.
about to say, yeah, there we go. All right, I did find a breakdown. There we go. You're saying trying
Yo,
to
there's a
put
lot of
Caitlin Clark
27
in
to
over
30.
any of those.
Yeah. Jewel Lloyd.
Man, Jewel Lloyd will shake you out your shoes. Heck
There we
no.
go. Oh, also too, Kelsey Plum was in the inaugural 3-on-3 squad for the Olympics.
Jackie Jackie Young would be like Jackie Young would be the possible, and by possible I mean like maybe 25% possible. I'm not putting in Caitlin Clark over any of the guards that's in this lineup.
Yo, here's the thing. Jackie Young played on the same team as Kelsey Plum with a 3-on-3 in the Olympics. So what are we talking about?
And I
And so here's the
in
thing.
America, I just put that as a 25%.
Yeah, so things like this. So there's a lot of people who never watch the sport. Probably a lot of people who never watch sports. One of the voices, hey, well, how come this isn't happening? I want to see. Well, watch the damn game. As now, this may be okay. You know what? I'm a quote Bill Burr. This is this is kind of wild, but whatever, man. I hope they don't get canceled. Bill Burr said, he said, man, no, like nothing changes in this country without women, right? If y'all believed in this stuff so much, the WNBA would be the number one league in the country. Am I right? So there we go.
There you go.
There we go. So yeah, that's it for that, man. Speaking of basketball, I'm gonna let you go, sir. The finals,
No,
man.
no, we don't. We don't.
Okay.
Grand
You
opening, grand closing. There you go. There's the finals
you want me to
right
start?
there.
All right.
So,
Well,
I mean, I'm about to say, as far as the topic, we can go into it, but
yeah.
it's
Okay.
here. It's as far as my mood. I just had to get my mood out there. Grand opening, grand closing, America. I go. Let me sip before I go. And shout out to Chisel Adonis for this sound bite that I'm about to use. Shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out, Chisel Adonis. Coach, where's our defense? Why are we
Yo,
playing the Celtics like they're the Atlanta Hawks?
question. I got a question for you about that one, about defense.
Go ahead.
Was it always like that? And y'all just happened to play Carl Anthony Towns and Ruby? I said Ruby.
No.
Rudy?
Go back and look and see how we played the Oklahoma City Thunder, the number one offense in the West.
Hmm. Forgot about that.
Hey, yo, dog, where our defense go? It literally looks like because of how well Derek Lively, and Daniel Gafford, and at least for coming off the bench, um, Tim Hardaway Jr. and Dante Exum play defense. Well, Exum here and there, I should say. It looks like we got complacent on how those players play defense, and no one else plays defense. Last night's game and game one were the main. They were the main exhibits of that example. Especially game one. If y'all go back and look at least highlights or at least like look at the score tracking, definitely game one. At one point in game one, the Celtics were up 36. Um, that was also kind of to be expected as they were making a statement. And it's game one and it's in Boston. Okay, cool. But well, to be up big at home in the finals was to be expected. To be up by that amount is kind of unacceptable in the finals. And you go back and look and see how many times we're late on rotations and such outside of basically Gafford or Lively getting into position. One, we shouldn't be relying on them, considering that as we have pointed out, definitely you have pointed out, the Celtics fall in love with the three.
They placed, bro. They almost gave it up too,
They definitely almost
bro.
gave
They
it up.
almost
I'm
gave
about
it
to get to
up.
that. I'm about to get to that. But we shouldn't be playing. We shouldn't be playing with a kind of a lax defense that's relying on rim defenders. We should be playing a defensive style that's relying on perimeter defense, and then our rim defenders adjusting accordingly. I haven't seen that at all out of these three games, and we're already in a 3-0 deficit. To piggyback on your point, last night's game, Celtics, what are you doing? I went out of space. Celtics, what are you doing? Stop. Anyway, actually, no. I'm gonna let you go because I'm gonna start hogging the mic if I start talking. I'm gonna let you go, and then I'm gonna go, and then I'm
Oh
gonna
no,
go.
you good. Nah, man. Like I just think the Celtics are playing the perfect team for them in the finals. I feel like
I have another note on that as well. But go ahead.
I feel like if they would have played the Nuggets or the Timberwolves,
Or even the Thunder.
Yeah, maybe. I want to say the Thunder's inexperience would have caught up to him.
I'm about to say Thunder still could have beat him in seven.
Very, 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 very,
As
very
dumb as the
possible.
Celtics played, the Thunder could have beat him in seven.
Yep.
The Nuggets could have beat
But
him in six or seven. And
the
then
thun the,
the
the
Timberwolves
Thunder play a little dumb too. But I think that's just inexperience.
out of experience. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like with like if they would play the Timberwolves, okay, Cat's gonna have a game here, an off game there, and a game here. One thing that they're not gonna account for is Ant-Man just running at you 48 minutes, 7 games, just running. He's gonna get so many free throws
Mm-hmm.
because as good as Drew Holiday is, you ain't stopping that man. Same thing is
Not play
as
after
good
play.
as
Right.
it's like something's gonna happen. And also too, you you kind of need to have like having a healthy Porzingis would have been perfect for guarding Cat because both of them do the same thing.
Mm.
I'm not going to the paint. I'm a shooter. They do the same thing. So one of them's from America, and the other one's not. That's it. So
Woo! I had to sip on that one.
yeah, so it's um and then with the Nuggets, I think the Nuggets is a damn near perfect
One.
team.
I'm about to say one. The Nuggets have such an unbeatable chemistry where you can never count the Nuggets out of any matchup.
Mm-mm.
Period.
I think they
Statement.
beat themselves.
Yeah.
And then it kind of goes to the Mavericks right now, right? Luka can't really stop him. Kyrie can't really stop him. You can stop everybody else though.
Last night's game was the perfect example of that. That was the point I was getting ready to chime back in on. Why are we not finding any other kind of offense outside of Kyrie or Luka?
But here's the thing: you've never had any other offense outside of those two consistently, and PJ Washington ain't one of them.
Hey, yes, but you make yes, we have Lively and
True,
Gafford. Here you
they
go.
depend they depend on Luka and Kyrie.
Yes, but if you draw up their play for one, the plays for them are high percentage because they're at the rim for one, or they're going to the free throw line. But guess how we beat the Thunder and guess how we beat Minnesota? Plays for Gafford and Lively. Guess what we haven't done for these first three games of this series? Plays for Gafford and plays for Lively. The first play for Derek Lively came in the second quarter and he bricked the dunk.
Yeah.
That's 18 minutes without a play of what worked for you in your conference finals. Not to mention what also sucks
Ooh, got a
is
question
that
for you.
what also sucks is that defensively the Celtics match up with us better than any team we played in the West, which means coach Jason Kidd, you need to come up with a new game plan because what was working in the West is not going to work to beat the team in the East. I have another point to add for this Celtics team, but I'm gonna let you say your point. But I'm gonna just say that Jason Kidd, you need to come up with another game plan. We're not playing teams in the West. We're playing the team that won the Eastern Conference.
So, do you think Horford's experience is just because like he's slightly throwing stuff off? Because I know for me, right, I'm not the fastest dude, whatever, on the court, but I also think I'm like one of the smartest for pickup, not professional, whatever. And I do know sometimes, like folks that do certain things, like all right, well, one example is I was playing at the Y, it's a couple years ago. I was guarding this dude, like all right, all he does is just want to dunk and stuff, right? And he can't
Yeah.
really shoot. So I kind of step back from him, right? And he would do his run, whatever, take a couple steps, whatever, and try to gather it, like, the ball, whatever. And I realized if I throw off his timing just a little bit, he missing layups, couldn't dunk. I'm like, oh, I got it up. Just one, two, just throw it up a little bit. I wonder if that's happening, where it's like it's just a small thing that we can't really see because we're watching it from up here. but I wonder if it's like something tiny that's happening. That's like, oh, okay, something's getting thrown off this
I'll,
slightly.
I'll agree with that and Jason Tatum being inefficient.
I'm sorry. The score was 3-4 in the Boston Red Sox and the Philly game. I just made that statement just now. It's 8-3. So yeah, well I was like that thing changed fast. Wait a minute. I know I should bet the over. That's crazy. So
Y'all get a double appearance of Winston Wilson. Woo!
but yeah, man. But another thing too, the Jason Kidd making adjustments. I don't think he's ever made adjustments in any part of his coaching career. I think when he has a star, he says, do star things.
Um, to also piggyback on that point, because I agree, I don't think that means he was ready to be a head coach because I think he got too much credit for helping the Bucks win the title. And I feel like NBA wise, it's low key a Nathaniel Hackett situation from the NFL, where Nathaniel Hackett's getting too much credit for running an offense that had Aaron Rodgers up under Mike McCarthy and Matt LaFleur, and then all of a sudden they try to make you a head coach, and we see what happens with the Broncos.
Jordan Love had the same
We
number.
were averaging 12 points a game. Who are you going to beat in the NFL averaging 12 points a game? But you were the offensive coordinator over um, Aaron Rodgers. That means you weren't ready to be a head coach. I think Jason Kidd was not ready to be a head coach. I applaud him coming back to his old team. It's cool to see him here. There's more holes than I believe he knows how to fix, especially against a team as talented as the Boston Celtics and a team that can match up against us like the Boston Celtics. Now, added on to that, from the Boston Celtics side, one, y'all need to stop playing dumb. But for two,
You were playing
does it
dumb, yo.
ever does it ever occur to you that the Boston Celtics actually had the easiest run to the finals and will probably have the easiest run of the finals?
Um,
Think about who they played. Miami Heat, first round.
well, I mean, yes,
No
but
Jimmy Butler.
I do think that, but that's your reward for being number one.
No. I'm gonna go down the line. Miami Heat, first round. No Jimmy Butler.
No Porzingis,
Second round, they get the Cavaliers. What was it?
no Jared
Two
Allen.
or three games without Donovan Mitchell, and then no
Yep,
Jared Allen the entire series.
yep. No Porzingis.
Conference, well, I'm saying the injuries wouldn't affect Porzingis's matchup regardless.
No, I
That's
mean,
why
but
I'm
I'm
going
saying
down.
like so like throughout the season, Porzingis was a big part of that offense, a huge part.
Mm.
Like so, the thing is like
The offense part, yeah.
he basically pulled that center out all the way out. And in the East, you only have one center that can follow that, and that's Embiid. Everybody
Yeah.
else is that in Giannis, but Giannis has been hurt, and everybody else is
Yeah.
just they
Right.
can't stick with
Yeah.
him. So
That's why
Tatum
that's why I was
and
getting ready to compound them.
Jalen
I
Brown
said
were just going straight in.
possible other possible matchups. Like you said, 76ers. Joel Embiid could have been a decent
All
matchup,
right,
but
time out. Wait. Oh no,
Joel Embiid had them knees made of
he
cotton
couldn't.
candy
No, he couldn't move. Man, he could. I was like, how he dropped 50? Why y'all in the playoffs? If he dropped 50, he can't move.
because the East was that weak.
Oh man.
Um, Here you go. Mind you, uh, 20 episodes ago, I was saying low key the Hornets could have made a run and made a play-in team because the East was that weak. Um, the New York Knicks. New York Knicks beat the 76ers. The New York Knicks beat the 76ers with an 8-man rotation, really 7.5-man rotation. Because when you think, actually, a 6.5 man rotation because OG Anunoby went down for a hot minute.
Man,
Um,
yo, they were getting
and
smacked, dog.
Jalen Brunson was still trying to play, even though he basically had like no knees and no ankles. Um, Outside of that, yeah, basically a 6 man rotation. I don't know how the 76ers got beat by that team with such a little rotation on a professional level, but the Knicks did it. And then the Knicks had to play the Pacers, took them to 7 games with an 8 man rotation. Even if the Knicks win that series, the Knicks have to go play the Boston Celtics with the Boston Celtics having home court advantage with an 8 man rotation. Instead, obviously, we all know the Pacers won part of the way through the series. The Pacers at one point without Miles Turner, and then obviously without Tyrese Halliburton. The entire East Conference was not healthy. And now they're playing a Mavericks team who Luka's not healthy. As, as much as they want to admit he's okay to play,
Oh,
Luka's
nah,
not
he's not.
my man. The Celtics literally have had the easiest run. This joint is on easy mode. This joint is on easy mode. If they don't close this out by game 5, everybody point and laugh at the Celtics because they play dumb.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll give Dallas a game because game 4 is in Dallas. And I mean, we're going to show some grit. I mean, I still wouldn't be surprised if it's a sweep, but like we're going to show some grit at least. But y'all had it on easy mode. I'm not going to take anything away because or I'm not going to fully take it away. I should say because you play who you play. I mean, the same thing is said in the NFL. You play who you play. You play who you are scheduled to play. But this is wild. This is one of the most easy mode runs I have seen.
Yeah. Like, you know what's crazy though? If it was LeBron, people would be saying that a lot more.
Yep.
This here the easiest way. Even if it was Steph.
You play who you play for one. It's
It's
like, yes,
yep.
we're over here breaking it down because I mean we get the facts out there,
Yeah.
but you
But
still play who you play.
they are number one. That's your reward. You get to play who you play. And it's not my
And the
fault that
people,
three teams that were tied at number one in the West did not make the finals.
mhm,
Mm-mm.
two of the three teams that got tied for number one in the West didn't match up against Dallas great either.
Hmm.
You know who matched up great against Dallas? Denver.
Denver matched up great with anybody, yo.
So here, so I mean, we already showed we beat Minnesota. We showed earlier that we beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. If we had to play Denver in the conference finals, I guarantee you, Denver would have won that in 6, 5 maybe. And then Denver will probably be looking at as dumb as Boston plays. Denver could be looking at a 2-1 lead.
Gosh, yo,
Thanks
Denver
to
probably
perimeter defense on Boston and like no one on Dallas knowing what to do on offense outside of Luka or Kyrie, we're looking at a 3-0 deficit. Could be a sweep tomorrow.
on a Friday.
I'm taking a double shot tomorrow if it's a sweep too.
You should take three. You should take four. One of each game in a row, man.
It will be bleeding into the weekend. I'll have the weekend to recover. I might. That's all I got on NBA though. Ran over. Let me throw my hands up. Else we'll be on here for an hour.
Man.
Well, real quick, let's get on to this NFL news that we
Yes, we
got,
gotta.
man. I'm about to say, did you have anything that you wanted to say before I move on to what I had?
Uh-uh. Nah.
Man, and I'm gonna take a sip on this too. Because it's gonna be a slightly deep question, and then we gonna get into some daggone conversation. One sip. The NFL news I got. So the Indianapolis Colts will be without safety Daniel Scott for a
Who?
second straight season after rupturing his Achilles during the OTAs. For one, who do you put the blame on for stuff like that? Like trainers, blah, 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 or do you
Nah,
put it on
nobody.
players knowing their body?
Honestly, it might just be a freak thing.
I wouldn't. If I can remember where to find it, I'm gonna pull up an injury report of one of the seasons for the Denver Broncos so we can post it on here and see why I would slightly put the blame on the trainers. One of those. I'll put it like this: it was one of those like who's playing defense. It got that bad. Um, to add to that, on the flip side, there's a lot of injury recovery talk for the coming season,
Hmm.
and I'd like to poke your brain and see what because this is a kind of hefty list. Um, I'd like to poke your brain to see what kind of impact these players will have coming back from their injuries. Most of them are either like Achilles or something leg related or something like that. So I'll just go ahead and throw that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the four biggest elephants in the room, and then I'll go over the others. So for number one, the number one obvious one is going to be Aaron Rodgers for the New York Jets.
Sure, he didn't even at camp, dog. You heard about that?
I didn't even know he was at
It's
camp.
mandatory, and he's not at camp. So it's like, so Shannon Sharp had said this. She's like, yo, so you got mad at Jordan. I mean, so you got mad at the Packers for doing this, and they drafted Jordan Love, but you did it with the Packers. Now you're with the Jets and doing the same thing. So
I
he's
had to
not even
notate
there
that.
for
I had to
mandatory
notate
camp.
that. Oh my god, I didn't know that. Wow.
Mm-mm.
If he's back, what? Actually, I'm not even going to
No,
answer
because
that.
like, because you, cause, so you, okay, so okay, all my leagues except for maybe one, and that's the Weapon X joint. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the only one that I'm probably gonna do that's not PPR. No, 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 two, because you have one that was not PPR.
Yeah.
So I'm not touching Garrett Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
If you, I think Garrett Wilson is great, but if your quarterback is not even at the mandatory camp to get started with stuff, because he wasn't there last year, right? He was catching footballs from Zach Wilson, Cookie Monster, I don't know, man, somebody that lived in Jersey,
Not Pokemon.
you know. So I don't know, man. It doesn't make sense. So yeah,
Wow. I had to notate that, y'all. America. I had to notate that. Wow, I
not
didn't know
even
he's
there,
not
man.
at camp. Number two, Kirk Cousins.
I don't think. I think his um production would be the exact same because he wasn't scrambling. He wasn't even moving in the pocket before. And now instead of, and now he has Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan Robinson.
You said the
So
other running back behind Bijan?
Algier, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, Tyler Algier. Yeah. Put a check mark behind that and be like, Should be okay. Production dependent. Expect Penix if it's not. Um, oh, I know who I'm going to after these first four. Number three, Nicholas Chubb. I don't even know if his name's actually Nicholas, but Nick Chubb. Were you especially considering Nick Chubb's injury? What you think about his production and the impact for the Browns?
I don't know, man. I don't know because it's a running back. Well, usually skill positions need like at least another year.
Okay.
So I'm really not sure. Like that old line is great, but still, what about the explosiveness?
Mhm.
And will he be back ready to play week
Not
one?
only explosiveness, let's not forget there are times when
Lateral movements?
they use Nick Chubb as a power runner.
Hmm.
And for America, if y'all didn't know, Nick Chubb's injury was right at the thigh, which is you basically use a combination of knee,
Nah,
and calf
you
to
gotta explain to
drive.
them. You gotta explain to them. Hey, yo, sit down, stand up. Sit down, stand up. That's
You
what it's for.
stupid.
That's basically what it is. Because like think about so at the combine, that vertical jump, whatever, that's
Hmm.
used to measure explosiveness.
Hmm.
That's all of that. Stand up, just put your left hand on your left quad, stand up, sit down, stand and watch what
Hmm.
muscle move. That's what it's for. So, hmm.
Uh, number four, and then the other ones will. No, I don't expect much commentary after this one. But number four, the eh, I might have one other big elephant in the room that I think about it. But anyway, the number four for the main elephants in the room, the Joe Burrow injury.
He'll be fine. Yeah, nothing to see here. Like that's one of those things where it's like, whew,
You sure with that offensive line?
yep, because he hurt his wrist.
You sure with that offensive line?
Yep, the wrist was not. No, it was the legs. Yeah, because he can't run away from these people trying to get him. But the wrist,
And again, you sure with the? Are you sure
mhm.
the Bengals offensive line is so bad? You got to think you're gonna go down so many times. You're gonna land on stuff.
No, 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 no. Like the thing is like this. He forgot to do the golden rule in sports. Do not brace your body with your hand. That basketball, football, soccer, wrestling, professional wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
um, whatever you want to do that has anything that you fall. Do not. You want to kind of. You don't want to brace your hand. Now you could put your hand down and like cushion, but don't try to. You know what I mean? 'Cause, nah, you're going.
Stop! Don't try to stop and brace everything. I see what you're saying.
Yes, Just, hey man, if you're gonna fall, fall. It's gonna
Um,
hurt, but nah.
honorable mention for the elephants in the room, and then I'll get to my other ones. Anthony Richardson for the Colts.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. It happened early, so it happened early in the season, and what I do think that's gonna help him is Jonathan Taylor will be back from a full season of off season. Um, Josh Downs gets 1 year of experience. So now you see what Josh Downs can do. You know what Pittman can do, and
Mm-hmm.
you saw what happened when a not so back to normal Jonathan Taylor was. Now you
Fair,
got AR
fair.
who can just throw it. Yeah, y'all got to figure out something because he can catch, he can run, and also he can run.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it'd be fine. Now if he didn't have any weapons, different story. But I think that would take pressure off where the defense had to sit there and be like, all right, I got to figure out what am I gonna do.
Now, only five more for you,
Are
and
you
then we can
good?
get on up out of here. J.K. Dobbins, who now is on the LA Chargers.
I had nothing. I don't know. I don't trust no running backs that came from Baltimore. They ain't got no CLs, no MCL, no PCL, no ACL. Nope. Oh, and then the Chargers too? Nah, they're gonna put eight in the box. Who's Justin Herbert gonna throw to? Who?
Oh
Kobe?
no, I got a note saying that.
You check this out, man. So I started doing mock drafts because I got a little bored. And Justin Herbert is 11th round. Did not get picked up. I said, oh, nobody's touching Herbert right now.
Mm-hmm.
Stafford got picked up. Stafford was like one of the last big names to go because nobody knows. You don't got Austin Eckler. You don't got Keenan Allen. You don't got Mike Williams.
Funny you brought him up. He was my next one. Mike Williams, who's now
Oh,
on the New York Jets.
I'm gonna say it like this, man. He's always on my do not draft list.
D and D. And we
So I
not
mean,
talking
so
about Dungeons and
let's
Dragons.
let's just say he's healthy, right? Who's gonna throw him the ball? Aaron Rodgers? We don't know that. He hasn't even shown up for camp yet, man. As a quarterback.
You don't trust in him to every once in a while have like a Drake London game.
Over Garrett Wilson? Nope.
You don't trust in him every once in a while to have a Terry McLaurin game.
Nope. I don't trust him at all.
All right,
I
next
do
one.
I do not trust dog.
Grand opening,
Yo,
grand close.
I'd say it like this, man. If Mike Williams is there in fantasy draft and I'm in front of you, you can guarantee you I'm not picking him. He's a stay away.
Fair.
Stranger danger. Nope.
Not the stranger.
Stranger danger.
Let me get through
Mm-hmm.
these last ones so we can get on up out of
I'm
here.
treating like Kendrick Lamar, man.
TJ,
Why is he around? You know what I'm saying? Nope. Can't do
can't do it.
it. hmm
TJ Hawkinson for the Minnesota Vikings.
I don't have any concern about his injury recovery just because he's a tight end. I got a problem with him getting the ball because I don't know who the quarterback is going to be. And the same thing
Oh,
with
for the
Joe.
show.
Justin Jefferson dropped to like number seven, no, number eight in my last mock draft. I was like, I got to take him. He's right there.
That's exactly what I notated now. No problem, just getting the ball.
hmm
Um, I'm sad. I'm kind of sad because of his position that he fell this low on my priority list. But Daniel Jones for the New York Giants.
Dude, he still got a job.
Grand opening, grand closing. There you go.
No, I don't know, man. Like he has wide receivers, right? He has young wide receivers. I don't know. I don't know if dog, I might trust Mike Williams more than I trust Daniel Jones.
That is funny. That is fun. Wow. Last one, and we can get on up out of here, man. Jonathan Brooks for the Carolina Panthers.
Who?
He's a running back.
Oh, the running back. I was like, yo, who's this? Whose man is this? You know what? So here's the thing about my team, folks. If I don't see you play a game on the active roster, you don't register in my head. The thing with
That
him,
tells me everything I need to know. I'm putting that there first from my notes. Who?
all right, it's not. So here's my thing about him, right? I think he'll have an impact next year. Just because we still
Okay.
got Miles Sanders on the team, and we still got no, and Chuba is the number one basically. I think we
Mhm.
got Jonathan Brooks where it's like, all right, we're gonna get him now and stash, let him recover for a year, boop, right into place. So it's kind of like ETN. I mean, he came off his injury. He was slowly put in, and then all right, you sit back a little bit, and then the following
I didn't know
year
he came off an
exploded.
injury. I didn't know he came off an injury. That worked so smoothly for the Jaguars. I didn't know that he came
hmm
off an injury.
Yep,
Mm,
he tore his ACL.
mm,
Yep. So like his first year was like get your feet wet, and his second year, gone.
gone.
Yeah, that
Ew.
ain't nothing faster than a barrel. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
But
Appreciate that input. Like I said, I got those notes right there. But like I said, I think that is it for this episode.
oh, yes, indeed, man. All right.
So, America, y'all know what we say, man. Y'all stay fly. Y'all keep on sipping.
Yeah.
And wash your hands, please.
Wash your hands.
And another plug for Goose Island. Not sponsored, but hey, tropical beer hug. Hey, this is the bomb right here, man. But yeah, y'all stay fly, keep on sipping, wash your hands, man. Be back next week. Deuces.
Oh shit, I gotta stop it first.